everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys? I'm happy to be here with you today. This is only the second week that I've done a video on Thursday afternoons. I hope that this will be a good time for you guys to join me, and I hope that more of you will find my videos. I really enjoy sharing the things that I love, and this week I've been using the Zany Zoo stamp set and dies, the bundle. It's fantastic. I've been pairing it with my shape dies, with my border dies. I've been having so much fun using this great set that I think I'm gonna have to do another week of it. It's just too cute to just leave to 1 week. There's just too many images and too much to show you guys. And it's so versatile that we definitely need 2 weeks of this, don't you think? All right, guys, so hang in there with me. If you've missed any of the other videos, please check them out. I have them all in a playlist, and also on my website, inkyhandswarmhearts.com. If you ever have any questions, that's the place to go. All my videos are located there as well. You can catch them with more detailed pictures of the projects, and that's a good place to leave comments, as well as YouTube. I do appreciate you guys putting comments and talking to me in this live video. So put your questions and comments in the chat, and I would be happy to talk with you in there. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna make this card. This is a corner tuck fold card. So it just tucks in that corner like that. And you can see I put the sentiment there, which is really fun because it's on the inside and the outside of the card. We have our Piggy on the inside, and the 3 florals are also showcased on the inside and the outside of the card, which makes it fun. I thought this scene was super cute with the skunk and the lion hanging out with their little marshmallows. The skunk was looking for birds, of course, or butterflies. You see some butterflies here. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you how to make this really cute corner tuck fold card. So your card base is 4 1/4 by 8 inches. And I chose to use our new pecan pie. And we're gonna score this at 5 1/2 inches. So let me grab my stylus. 5 1/2 inches. The piece that we're using for the corner is a 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 inch square of also pecan, and then you're gonna cut it on the diagonal, okay? And you only need half of it. So since I've already made the 1 card and I cut my 2 1/4 inch piece, I'm just gonna use the diagonal end, and I just put it in my paper trimmer and trimmed it down the center. So we're gonna use that piece for our tuck. And then our outside and inside, we have a piece of basic white cardstock, and that is 3 inches by 4 inches. So you're gonna need to cut 2 of those, 1 for the outside and 1 for the inside. And then the layer around is Granny Apple Green, and I cut that piece 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So that is gonna be our main section on the outside. This is our inside piece. And then you'll notice that I have a piece of designer series paper on this side, and it is from the Zany Zoo. We're going to use that little piggy on the inside, but for this particular piece, we're going to put that right here. And the piece is 2 1/4 by 4 of the Zoo Crew paper, and I chose to cut a strip of cardstock 3/4 by 4 inches, and that's going to be glued right there, right by its side. So the 2 of them will be glued together, and that will form this side of the card. So the first thing that I'm going to do is do some blending. We're going to blend this background that we're going to use, and I'm also going to color this piece. So let's go ahead and grab my silicone mat. I am going to add adhesive to this little strip here. We'll glue that down and get it out of our way, and we're also going to glue the tucked corner, but not yet. I think I'll wait on that. I was gonna glue it now, but I think I'm gonna wait and show you that later. So we're gonna go ahead and add this. It's gonna have a little border all the way around on the 3 sides. If you need to move that so that you can see that all your sides are nice and even. So that's gonna go there, and then this piece is gonna be glued over the top once I've colored it. So let's go ahead and get the coloring out of the way. So we're gonna color that piece. And so I decided to use Balmy Blue and Bubble Bath, and then Granny Apple Green for the leaves. So it's light Granny Apple Green, dark Balmy Blue, and light Bubble Bath. So we're gonna start with all the leaves, and we'll just hit those real quick. Whenever you do something like this, you always tend to miss something. So I'm sure that even though I will feel like I am done coloring this piece, when I go to glue it down, I'll notice that like there's leaves that I haven't colored, or I missed a flower. Inevitably, when it's a large piece, you would tend to miss things. So just be aware. I'm probably gonna have to come back and hit this one more time with one color at least. I don't know why, but it just happens to work out that way. But yeah, so we're using light Granny Apple Green for the leaves. I thought that that was appropriate since we have a Granny Apple Green border. All the centers of the flowers are gonna be in light Bubble Bath, so we can go ahead and do all of those, and then hopefully maybe I won't miss anything. I'm trying to be really careful not to forget anything. And a lot of times when I am working and designing, I have something in the background, some kind of noise, either some show on Hulu or Netflix or Prime, or you know, things like that. Catching up on my TV shows like The Voice. I like to watch that. That's always fun. Do you guys watch that? I love any singing shows because I love music. Music is really important to me. I usually have music playing in the background if I'm not watching something. I'm not a huge person for TV, but I love music. And so I always have music playing. When my kids are small, I used to have a ton of music in the car for them. See, I missed a green leaf right there. It always happens. It's just too much going on. As I figure out what I'm forgetting or what I've missed, I will try and add it. You can see this is really fun. This is something that you can do while you're watching television, coloring in all your pieces, your images, whatever you're planning on using. The Zoo Crew Designer Series paper is really fantastic. They did such a great job with it. You get 6 different scenes with the animals, and each scene is a different theme. So you have like dancers, like the ballet. I did a card for that already. You have the camping, which is what we're doing now, or adventurers. I call them explorers or adventurers. You have like a bunch of musicians that are playing all these different instruments or singing, which is really fun. You have ones that are doing like hobbies, like things that people would like to do, like knitting or reading or yoga or baking or painting, like an artist. So you have that grouping. Then you have a birthday grouping where they're doing like celebrating birthdays, balloons, confetti, banners, things like that. I forgot another leaf. I told you that that would happen. I just knew it because it's a lot of coloring, and and everything looks the same, and your eye, you just forget, you just miss things here and there. But yeah, so then you have that one that has like all the little celebratory critters. Did I get them all? I have birthday, music, explorer, ballet, doing everyday tasks. Oh, and then you have the ones that are wheeled, that are riding wheeled things, like a push scooter, a electric scooter, a bicycle, roller skates. Oh my gosh, so cute. So things that are in wheeled, getting themselves around on wheeled. So those are the 6 themes. And then for the stamp set, you have one of each of those critters from each of the themes that has a die. So you have 6 different critters that have a die. And then the rest of them you'll fussy cut, but I have to tell you that they're not hard to fussy cut. They're super cute. You just cut them one at a time as you need them for a project, so it's not really a big deal. It's not like you have to sit there and fussy cut whole pages at a time like how I do when I'm designing things. But yeah, so they're so fun. You're gonna love them. And it's a really just all together fun set of dies and little stamp critters. If you get the ribbon, oh my gosh, the ribbon is super pretty. It has a ton of gosh, I don't even know what I want to say, like texture to it. So like one of them has like stitching, and then the other one has like lines running through it. I have to color my lion, so I figured while I'm coloring I might as well just do it all at once. So I've decided to use for him light pecan pie for his mane and his tail, and then for his body I chose to use the medium light blend combination, which is from the Natural Tone blends. So it's not the light pack, it's the light medium pack, and I really liked that color with the pecan to add to his body. So we'll start with that one. So we're going to do his face. And he's chilling on this stump, making him some marshmallows. All right, so there is that color. Is that a pretty color to go with that pecan? I think so. Oh, I gotta get his tail. I forgot his tail. All right, now we'll do his mane. And then we have to color the backpack of the Piggy on the inside. So we do have a little bit of coloring to do, but that's okay. To me, coloring is relaxing. I don't know about you. What do you guys think? Do you relax? Does it relax you to do coloring? Do you like to sit and color? Because I think it's super relaxing. All right, so there's his mane, and let's get his little fur on his tail. All right, so he's done. Let's get the Piggy. So the Piggy's gonna have a backpack, and the Piggy's on the inside. I'll show you. We're gonna use Balmy Blue, and the Piggy's already colored for you, but I wanted to make the backpack pink. Because remember, this is what you're gonna see when you open, and I wanted to tie in the backpack with the flowers. So I did the backpack, the main color, in light bubble bath. And then with dark balmy blue, I'm doing the straps of the backpack and the pockets that are sticking out in the back, and then this side pocket. Okay, pretty simple. And then there's a tiny leaf on his walking stick, and I'm gonna just tag that. Oops, I grabbed the wrong end. All right. So now our Piggy's done. All right, so let's get back to our card. We did all of our coloring now. We're gonna work on our background here. So I'm gonna grab a scrap paper. We're gonna start with our crumb cake. We're gonna blend the ground, and then we'll do the sky. So I'm using a small blending brush for crumb cake. It's one of the colors that I didn't have, hadn't used yet with blending brushes. When we got the small ones, definitely wanted to use the small ones and try them out. So I have a variety, and I try and keep my blending brushes one per color. I was originally trying to keep them just like color family, like all the browns, all the blues, but I found that there's so much different coloring tones in our things that it was a little bit hard, because we have so many different colors of blue, and then we have blue greens, and so I just gave in, and I mark my blending brushes with a label so that I know what color they are. So we're gonna add a little bit of balmy blue. We don't want a very dark sky, so one pass should be enough. All right. And I'm using a large blending brush for this one. Let's go ahead and attach our blended background onto our mat in the Granny Apple Green. I don't know if you guys saw last week's projects. I used a wedding set, and I had so much fun making a wedding card. I did that for the live on Tuesday of last week. And then I made a save the date card on Sunday, I believe, of last week. And then I decided that I wanted to try and use the parts to make other kinds of cards, not just wedding. So I did the girl for a bridesmaid card, like for the bride to ask her friend to be a bridesmaid. And then I chose to do a Father's Day card as well. And I wanted to make a Boss's Day card. And so last Thursday, I did a Boss's Day card, and I love how it turned out using that bridal set. So you'll have to check it out if you haven't seen it yet. It's super fun. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna figure out where everything is gonna be. So our lion is gonna live here. He's gonna be lifted up, of course. And so I just need to place my pieces. Once I have them where I want them, I'm gonna glue the trees down flat in the background. These are also from the Designer Series paper. I colored them. The grass. I colored some of them before I cut them out to give them like the grassy bottoms, like those little fuzzy kind of ended. I think I want this one right around here. All right, and then we're gonna put the clouds flat as well, and then we're gonna use dimensionals. And the clouds are from the Zany Zoo dies, or the dies that come with the bundle. And these are just teeny tiny clouds. I've done clouds with this set, but I needed larger clouds, so I used the ones from Give It a Whirl dies. I love those Give It a Whirl dies. I haven't made that many cards with that set, but I love all the extra parts and pieces that they give us. And so I think it's fantastic die set to use for more than just, you know, an interactive card. So we'll put this cloud kind of down here. All right, so there is all of our flat pieces. So let's go ahead and add our lion and our skunk. All right, so we'll put a few dimensionals. You guys know I like to put quite a bit of dimensionals on my pieces. So I'm going to put the big ones first, and then we'll know where we need to fill in with the babies. All right, let's put the little ones next. All right, so we're going to put this one here on the, we'll put on the ends. And one here on this binoculars or arm, whatever that is. I don't know, tail, I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna need to cut a piece for that tail. You know how sometimes I have to cut because it's too small. I think I have to do that. So let's grab a piece and cut an end for that tail right here. There we go. All right, I think maybe one more. When in doubt, add one more dimensional. Oh boy, I tell you guys, what are you gonna do with me? All right, to the trash can. You have to really make sure that you hold down your piece when you try and pull those dimensionals up. So we're gonna put him a little bit higher than the skunk. You really need to have something holding. So there's our little skunk. There's our cute little scene. Isn't that precious? So see, it's really easy to build a scene because they give you all the parts and pieces. Okay, so now we need to stamp in basic black memento, not basic black, memento tuxedo black. Goodness gracious, I'm like, my brain is tired. You're too wonderful. It's a cute sentiment, right? Make sure I get it inked up nicely. I don't want to over ink it, but I definitely want it to be nice and dark. Okay, you're too wonderful. Fantastic. And then I did some florals, and the flowers are from the dies, also from the Zany Zoo dies. So let me pull those out. We have our Piggy. We have 2 of the small ones and then 1 large. And all I did was cut little scraps and tuck them behind the flower pieces so that I would have a center in a different color. And I'm gonna put a dimensional on the back of the 2 small ones. Those are gonna be lifted, but the large one is gonna be glued in the corner, and I'm gonna do that at the end, but the little ones, they're jumping around here on my table. All right, so there we go. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to go ahead and put adhesive on the back of this basic white that's gonna go on the inside. to open up. I'm going to show you this one. And you just want it to be nice and centered in the middle of your card, you know, the best you can do. Nothing is perfect, right? Life's not perfect. We're not perfect. We're just going to do the best we can and get it nicely. Once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and attach your corner. Now, your corner you're going to do on 3 sides because your card is going to tuck there, and you want it to be nice. I mean, 2 sides, not 3 sides, guys, sorry. On the 2 sides that meet that point that goes in the corner. So you don't want it to be too weak because it's going to get moved and touched a lot. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to attach and turn upside down. It's easier if I have it closer to me. And I'm going to go ahead and line that up in that corner. And to bond it, I'm going to use my little roller. All right. So that's what we have so far. So if you do the inside first, let's put our Piggy, I forgot. It's easier to do the outside because you want that piece to cover. All right, so now we're going to attach this piece, and now that we have the white, we know where we can move this around. It helps so that you get proper placement if you already have your white on the inside. And so we're not going to glue it until we've attached our colored layer. So let's put that one first. You can see the green, the trees already come green, and I only had to add that little bottom section. Parts of them are colored and parts are not colored. But I'm telling you, this designer series paper is worth getting if you're getting this set. It's fantastic together. It's a well needed addition. Okay, so there is, look at how cute that is. Oh my gosh, I love that. That is precious. All right, so now we're gonna figure out where this is gonna go. And we want it to be centered, and we wanna, of course, make sure that we cover that white. So once you have that white in there, it makes it a lot easier to figure out what you're gonna do. So I only want adhesive on this side. I don't want adhesive on this side, obviously. The card will not open. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip it open like this. Okay, and I'm gonna put my fingers here. And then I'm gonna use my wet adhesive and I'm gonna put glue up to where my fingers are. And then I have the right amount of glue. So when I put this, and I line that back up so that it's covered and that it's over and that it's even. I don't press it down yet. I'm just hovering it over. Then I'm going to go ahead and make sure we're adjusted nicely, that my white is covered. Okay. And there is my scene. Now that we have this in the corner, we can add our flower. I wanted the flower to be able to be seen from the inside and the outside. So again, I had to wait to glue it until everything was in place. So we're gonna just tuck that in that corner like so. I'm just gonna press it in place. All right, so now comes our You're Too Wonderful But before I do that, I want to tuck my card in. And then we're going to attach our little You're Too Wonderful circle and our 2 florals. Embellish, and then we're good to go. So let's go ahead, and to tuck, we're just going to slide that in like that. Okay. This is what we're going to attach first. That is the piece that is pivotal. You want it to be right there on the edge, and you want it to be flatly attached. So we're going to add our glue onto our circle. There we go. Fabulous. And now, what is the final step on that corner tuck? We're going to add our little flowers. Let's pull the backs off, and I'll get them ready to go. Just make sure that we're not sticking out, right? We don't want any of this sticking out. So we'll add our flower on that corner, and then our flower in this corner. And you could always do them flat too if you don't want to raise yours. I just thought we needed a little height since this was flat. And then, of course, let's add our brass butterflies, our brushed brass butterflies. Such a hard name to say. All right, so we're gonna add a large one right here. And let's put another large one right here. And we'll put a little baby up top. Flying here, maybe. Yeah, super cute. If you haven't tried these brass butterflies, they're really, really nice to have, especially if you do any kind of outdoor stamping, outdoor scene stamping. They are the perfect, of course, addition to that. All right, let's straighten ourselves out here. Zany Zoo Bundle. There is the circle, and I used the second smallest circle for our circle. And then here are the clouds that we used, and here's the 2 flowers. So really cute, really cute bundle of products. I hope that you enjoyed this process, and you will come and see me. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them. I hope to see you guys here with me again next Thursday, and my next live will be Tuesday. I thank you for being here, and check out my website, inkyhandswarmhearts.com. All my videos are housed there as well. They're embedded into the posts that I put the cards on. You're going to get much more detailed photos of the cards, and you will have access to the video there, so you can always watch it from there as well. So thanks for being here, guys. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!